Hallo iedereen, welkom bij Dutch&Go. Today we're going to talk about a very important Flemish personal pronoun, gij, ge, and then also gulle. It's quite an important pronoun to know, even though you can't find it all that much in official Dutch texts, books and course books, because technically it's not standardized language. However, it's used everywhere in Flanders. You'll hear it on television, on the radio, talk shows, in normal day-to-day conversations. It's part of these pronouns, gij, ge, gulle, are part of informal spoken Dutch, spoken Flemish rather, which we call tussentaal. Tussentaal, in between language, so that means that it's sort of in between dialect and standardized. So it's like this in between language that we use for just various situations where you are not really talking to people from your own city or province for that matter, and just a little bit of a mix, and you want to make sure that everybody understands you. And in that variation of the language of Flemish, we have a pronoun for jij, je, which is called gij, ge. Okay, the plural version, so jullie, of that is gulle. Right, so that's how these pronouns are called. And if you live in Flanders, if you're exposed to Flemish culture, programs on television, talk shows, whatever, then I'm sure you've heard these pronouns too. My advice to you is I'm now going to explain a little bit how they work, and especially how they impact conjugation. My tip for you is I don't think it's necessary to really try to imitate it. Do it when you feel comfortable. Think about it like this: the standardized language the standardized Dutch basically that you were taught in school is the language that everybody in Flanders and the Netherlands technically should understand. And it's a standardized version. And if at a certain point you sort of feel comfortable enough and feel good enough to just use gij, ge, gulle and informal situations, and you feel like you are able to separate in your head when you should use jij, je, jullie on the one hand and gij, ge, gulle on the other hand, go for it. So these rules that I'm giving you are more to help you just understand a little bit better what people are saying when they're speaking to you and using these pronouns, but I would not necessarily use them myself or recommend you that you use them immediately yourself as well. So first of all, gij, ge, and gulle. When we use those pronouns, we normally don't really conjugate the verb, which is a little bit confusing, but we don't. So for example, the question, werk jij hier, in standardized Dutch, would be, werkte gij hier? Or werkt ge hier? Or werkt gulle hier? In tussentaal. So that's a little bit confusing that we don't really follow the logical conjugation of the verb as you may be seen in the Flemish or standardized language rather. In the answer, so when we don't use inversion, we don't put an e at the end of the verb. So you might have noticed in these questions we have an e. Werkte gij hier? Werkt ge hier? Here we don't make an e, and then werkte gulle hier. There's no really reason or logic behind it. We're just trying to maybe make a bridge or like add an extra syllable just so it sounds a little bit more, fluent. But I can't really give you any specific rules or reasoning behind that. And then in the answer, it would be gij werkt hier, ge werkt hier, or gulle werkt hier. So there we don't put an e at the end of the verb. Let's look at some more questions. Kom de gulle mee? Waar woont de gulle? Waar woont gij? Werkt gij hier? Etc. Or gij woont in België of wat? Ah, you live in Belgium or what? Or gij werkt hier, etc. So basically, gij, ge, gulle is used as a substitution for the personal pronoun jij, je, and jullie. I hope this video was helpful to make you aware of these informal pronouns in Flemish tussentaal, and I hope that will help you improve your communication and understanding with Flemish people. Thank you so much for watching. Dankjewel voor het kijken en tot de volgende keer. Ik was Nout. Leave a like if you like, subscribe, and please check out my blog where you find many other language study tips. Thank you so much for watching. Dag!